Countless champions have been crowned throughout the history of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! But what about the underdogs, the dark horses, the decks that upon first glance make you question everything you thought you knew about the game? In this series, both MBT and myself will be showcasing some of Yu-Gi-Oh's wackiest unsung heroes. Each episode will feature new decks, new strategies, and the results will be unpredictable. You've seen the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! But this is the history of Jank. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
The things we do for Jank. Why are we doing this? Well, Herald of Perfection, if you're unfamiliar, is a 6-star ritual monster. If your opponent activates a spell card, trap card, or monster effect, allows you to pitch a fairy-type monster from your hand, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. This is a supremely powerful effect in Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, let alone in 2010, when negation was all but unheard of. Unfortunately, this card was the cornerstone of several decks that just never made it competitively. That's because Herald was their A-strat and only option. It takes a lot of resources to dump into this monster, and once you've done so, usually you have no way to actually kill your opponent. Herald of Perfection is probably about 1 million negates, but it can't stand up to a single Gemini elf, and it can't close out a game in the face of a Zombira the Dark. 1800 is just not enough in terms of an attack stat, and that's why historically, this deck was never really good. It had two pretty interesting stints of playability, one in 2010, which we are exploring now. This is actually a list put together by Jeff Jones, and one in like 2016 when Pre-Preparation of Rites was just released. Obviously, most recently, it's been a staple in Drytron, though most builds are playing Herald of Ultimateness, though let's be honest, that has very little to do with Herald of Perfection, and most to do with the fact that the Drytron ritual monsters are insane. This also may be the only time that Moki was ever represented in a top-performing list. Like I said, this is a Jeff Jones list that he used to take to a top finish, and while Herald of Perfection is obviously the focus, probably the card that won more games is Lord Christia. This card, if you have 4 fairies in your graveyard, can be special summoned from your hand, and allows you to target a fairy monster in your graveyard, return it to your hand, and it prevents both players from special summoning monsters. 4 fairies is not difficult to get to in this deck because Advanced Ritual Art allows you to bin any number of really Happy Lovers and Mokis. Double Happy Lover, double Moki for a 6-star ritual is the entire summoning condition of Lord Christia itself. We've also got some ways to get over Gemini Elves. Honest is a decent one, but you do have to draw it. And we should be able to manipulate the amount of cards in graveyard with cards like Dark Factory of Mass Production, and recycle Advanced Ritual Art with Preparation of Rites to maybe go into additional copies of Herald of Perfection as well. Not particularly sold on this deck's ability to beat anything other than the mirror, but we're playing the mirror, so take that. We're going to play 3 copies of Lord Christia, 1 Freya Spirit of Victory, double Honest, triple Manju, triple Sonic Bird, 1 Gyakuteno Megami, triple Happy Lover, triple Moki, triple Herald of Perfection, 1 Ruin, 1 Advanced Ritual Art, recyclable by Preparation of Rites, double Book of Moon, triple Dark Factory of Mass Production, Heavy Storm, double Pot of Avarice, triple Preparation of Rites, double Bottomless, 1 Mirror Force, double Royal Decree, Solemn Judgment. In the extra, we're playing a bunch of cards for better decks, but one card in particular I want to focus on, Mask of Restrict. So Mask of Restrict prevents players from tributing cards. Most ritual spells require you to tribute monsters from your hand or field whose stars equal or exceed the level on the monster that you are summoning. Advanced Ritual Art does not. It requires you to send normal monsters from your deck to the graveyard, meaning we can still activate ARA under Mask of Restrict. But Cimo can't activate Dawn of the Herald. This will be our mirror breaker, and I'm excited to see Cimo broken.
Man, you could really just top with anything back in 2009, 2010. I do not understand how this topped anything, but I guess we'll see what happens. We're playing Herald, ladies and gentlemen. So the backstory to this is kind of funny. So Joseph and I were looking at what other decks we could possibly play for this episode, and we noticed that Herald is a deck that is, while good, it's also quite janky. And so we found this list initially that we wanted to show off because As far as Herald lists go, I don't think this really set the standard. But this is the first official recorded YCS or SJC top with Herald of Perfection. So clearly they were doing something right. Now, we were trying to figure out what other deck to pair against this, and then we found another Herald deck that just was equally as ridiculous, but for different reasons, and thought, you know what? The Herald of Perfection mirror match sounds like a good idea. Maybe we should try that. And so we're probably going to regret this, but this is history of Jank, so of course we're going to do it anyway. So introducing the first Herald deck to ever top a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh event, and boy, does it sure look like it. I do not think I'm winning this episode because this is an abomination. I don't understand 90% of what I'm looking at here, but I guess let's go ahead and do the card by card. So if you've never seen Herald of Perfection before, you're fortunate because being on the receiving end of this card is terrible. So during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect, you can send a fairy type monster from your hand to the graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. This card is not once per chain, so if your opponent is stacking effects, they're able to do this as many times as they want for as many fairies they have in their hand. So I guess that's maybe why we have a ton of fairies in here, but we're playing a lot of the wrong fairies in this deck. So our main win condition is trying to establish this. It's also 2,800 defense, which is incredibly difficult to hit over. Typically, people just put it in defense, but it's like an okay attacker, so it's not the worst. So let's start with the top. We have Arcana Force 0, the Fool. I'm the fool for playing this deck. This card is just awful. I guess it can't be killed in battle, which might be like slightly relevant, but like I don't even know why they're playing this. It's a fairy at the very least. And Christia is one of the best payoffs for fairies aside from Perfection. If you have exactly 4 fairies engraved, you just get to drop it down to the field. And when that happens, you target a fairy in your grave and add it to your hand, and neither player can special summon monsters. And if it goes to grave, you place it on top of the deck. This card is a house, and this in tandem with Perfection is usually just game over, which is probably why this deck did see a modicum of success around this time. But I don't know why it's only playing 1 of it. You should be maxing out on this. We have Consecrated Light. I guess this was hedging against all of the dark decks like Blackwing and the like that were around at this time, and it's a fairy, so sure, I guess. 2-dimensional Alchemist. This is like one of the better fairies, but this is a card I wouldn't expect to play in here. You can banish the top card of your deck. This card gains 500 to 18, and then when it's destroyed and sent to your grave, you target one of the banished monsters and add it to your hand. So it allows you to get some fairies in your hand, and it's a decent beater, and allows you to do some filtering, so it's not the worst. Then we're playing all of the Heralds. You're not supposed to play all the Heralds in this deck, at least as far as I'm concerned, but this person just wanted to go the distance. So 2 green, 3 orange, 2 purple. All of these have the ability as a quick effect to discard them and another fairy, spell for green, monster for orange, and trap for purple. Typically, if you have Herald, like, you get to pick any of them, and so there really isn't a point here. We've actually seen cards like Purple Light see competitive play recently, which is hilarious, and Orange Light also a lot of people probably know from Drytron, but green and purple in this deck is just hilarious. Funny enough, since we're doing a mirror, I think green might actually come up, but we'll have to see. Then we have 2 Honest. We're playing a light deck, of course, and then we're playing some of the good Ritual Searcher cards, right? Like 3 Manju, only 2 Senju, 2 Nova Summoner, and a Shining Angel. I hate this because these can't summon Manju or Senju and get their effect because these need to be normal or flip summoned. So aside from just summoning guys, I don't understand the point of either of these in the deck, but okay. 2 Skellingel because it allows you to draw cards. It's a bad Dekoichi, but it's a fairy. 3 Soul of Purity and Light. I feel like my soul is slowly leaving my body as I'm doing this deck profile because I don't understand why this card is here. It's a bad chaos monster from Labyrinth of Nightmare that you special summon by banishing 2 lights from your grave, and all monsters your opponent controls lose 300 attack during their battle phase only. The only value I see in this card is to modulate your graveyard for Christia exactly, but even then, I just don't get it. And then we have 3 Tethys, Goddess of Light, if this deck could not get any worse. When you draw a fairy monster, you can reveal one of those monsters, draw a card. This card must be face up on the field to activate and resolve this effect. In theory, this card isn't that bad, but it doesn't really do anything to affect the board immediately, and this card has like never seen competitive play. Like, it's not terrible for this deck specifically, but I'm not convinced. This is such a win more card. who knows? Maybe it'll come up. And that does it for the monsters. The spells, there are 6 of them. A Brain Control, 3 Dawn of the Herald. I'm fairly certain Advanced Ritual Art is around at this time, but I guess they decided not to play it. We have Heavy Storm and Pot of Avarice. Also, there's no Preparation of Rites, even though Herald of Perfection is a target. Fantastic. Then for the traps, double Royal Decree and a Solemn Judgment. 42 cards, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? It topped. I really shouldn't be making fun of it. Extra deck, we're probably never going to go into. I don't even know if we have any tuners in. Oh, I guess Orange Light is a tuner. That's so strange that Orange Light is a tuner and green and purple are not. I never would have guessed that, but I guess we do have the Synchro package to access if we do potentially brain control something like that may come up. And then the side deck, we have another Consecrated Light, double Sidra, triple Raikou. These are all light, so that's pretty relevant. And these are like good cards. Then we have double Book of Moon, MST, double Bottomless, Mirror Force, double Swallow Flip, an interesting counter trap, and a Torrential. My plan is to side out of most of the bad cards after game 1 and put in like all of these, and I think we might have a chance to be able to take it. But anything goes, you guys. It's History of Jank. 2 of like the most suspect Herald decks of all time being put head-to-head against one another, which I don't think they were expecting to play a mirror match, but we're going to see how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Joseph, this has to be one of the worst ideas we have ever had. You know, we're thinking, yeah, we're going to show off Herald this episode. What deck should we put it up against? How about Herald? Yeah, that seems like a great, fun, and interactive experience for History of Jank, don't you think?
Yeah. I don't understand what you're like upset about. I think this is going to be a really interesting game with a lot of fun counterplay from both players.
I imagine.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be great.
It was very entertaining leading into this episode, how we were like, yeah, okay, so we want to do Herald, and there's like the spaceship deck that people want to see, obviously.
Yep.
But then we looked at the Herald deck, and then we looked at another Herald deck, and then came to the conclusion that this would be much funnier if we did a Herald mirror.
And folks, you know, oftentimes we do a lot of work like curating watchable matchups for you. On History of Yu-Gi-Oh! On Jank, we are looking to entertain ourselves first and foremost, and you're along for the ride whether you like it or not.
And I'll say this, buddy, you may have Freya's Spirit of Victory in your deck, but I've got the Jank tank, so we're coming away with a win this time around. Let's go ahead and shout out the patron. It's not Olinthio, you would think that he would have paid for this to come true, but instead it is MBT canceled by all communities soon. Thank you
that's coming up. That's coming up. You haven't seen, by this point, the Labyrinth video yet. Ooh, that's going to be a bad one.
All right, buddy. Got the hands up?
Ah, Jesus. I mean, sure.
Even.
Yep. Stars on Herald.
Yes! I knew it! We win! We're going first!
Well, this has been a fun best of 3. How long do we have to get to make the ad revenue?
Well, it depends how long we talked about the decks, in all honesty. And considering it's Herald, we're probably not even halfway there yet.
This is the best hand I've ever seen.
Good luck, buddy. I'm going to go to main 1, and I'm going to cry, most likely, given the contents of my hand here. This is so bad. I think the move is to just set 2 cards eventually and pass to you.
Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I want to see. All right. I'm going to activate Preparation of Rites.
Yeah, you actually have good cards in your deck. Sure.
I'm going to grab Herald. And then you will fall to my happy lover!
Oh my god.
Happy lover, hit my opponent's face down card with the heart ray emitted from your forehead.
I fucking hate that this actually is going to kill my monster because it's scaling.
I think you're probably fine with that, I'm going to be honest. All right, now I'm going to show you why this deck is in History of Jank.
End phase, I'll activate Royal Decree.
Oh, shit. All right.
And you fool, I top-decked Dawn of the Herald!
Thinking here. Okay, yeah.
What response do you have?
I think this is as good a time as any. I am going to... No, go ahead.
I will sacrifice a Herald of Perfection for Herald of Perfection!
Okay. All right, I'm still with you.
I actually want to think of what position I want to put this in, because we have Honest in this game. which is something I do need to consider.
We do.
Herald can negate Honest, though, can't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave it in attack. So then I also have the Dawn of the Herald trigger, which I completely forgot about because I don't think I've ever ritual summoned Herald off of Dawn of the Herald. I think it's always been ARA when I've done this. So this effect is actually pretty sick. I can banish it and bring the Herald back to my hand, so I'll do that if you'll allow it.
So before you have another fairy in your hand, I should jam through as much as I can. So I'm going to activate my set card. Royal Decree! Now with your trap card negated, my traps are free to be negated by my Royal Decree. You can have that.
Excellent. All right, sure. So we'll get the Herald back. Perfect. And then I guess we'll go to battle and we'll try to hit.
I'll take the 1,000.
All right. Your happy lover's heart ray is no match for my Herald of Perfection, and I will pass the turn.
Oh, this deck is so fucking good. Oh my god. All right, at least I have like 8 or 9 turns before I'm actually dead.
I know, because looking at the rest of my hand, I don't think there's like any conceivable way I'm killing you any sooner than that. I guess I will keep hitting.
Yeah, so when pre-preparation of Rites came out, this deck was like TCG playable at tier 2 for half of a format, and fell off once people realized this is how it works. You cannot possibly win the game from this position. You just like sit and stare at your opponent and pray.
Nah, I don't care. We'll hit.
You fucking idiot. You absolute moron. So let's see you get over my 1900 defense monster.
Oh my god. Yeah, sure. All right, I'll take the 100. That's gonna do it for me, buddy. Go ahead.
Stand by me. Well, fuck. I mean, I don't really think there's any reason for me to continue. Yeah, just go ahead.
This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Oh my god.
Oh crap! I'm so happy we decided to do this. This is a terrible idea.
So much, dude. It's so good.
I guess I'll set 1 and pass the turn.
Yeah, sure. Oh, jeez. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I will sacrifice my Arcana Force 0, the Fool.
Yeah, go
for it. Tethys, Goddess of Light.
You're not fucking playing this card. Oh, Jesus. Yep, that's fine.
Introducing more cards I have never played in my life. I will go to battle and run over your Honest.
Sure, yeah.
I'll hit for 18. Mm-hmm. Over to you, buddy.
All right. Fuck. Okay, what do I do here? Not a lot is going well. Okay, so I'm gonna normal Moki.
I'm down.
You know, as one does. I'll go to combat. I'm gonna attack the Moki into Herald.
I imagine there's an Honest that's coming in my future.
There is, yes.
I will negate this with Herald of Purple Light from my Herald of Perfection, obviously.
All right, sure. I'll take, what, 18? 17 here.
Yes. 15.
Okay, second main, Christia.
That is 4 fairies. Yes, sir.
Are you ready? I will activate Christia's mandatory effect.
To put a fairy back in the hand.
Honest.
Yep.
You okay with that?
I guess. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I'm not okay with that. Negative green light.
Oh my god, what an awful one. Thanks for talking me into this, dude. That was a lot of fun.
You talked me into this. This was your idea.
I'm so happy that we got to play that one. I'm going first, by the way, asshole.
Sure, I could imagine. Good luck. Hopefully you can drop Christia Herald turn 1. I will probably scoop immediately if that happens.
The goddamn Herald, thank you. Preparation of Rites.
Fuck. Yep, sure.
We'll go ahead and grab Herald. Oh my fucking god, this doesn't do it. Oh, it does. I forgot how ARA works. Oh, okay. Okay, Sonic Bird.
Fine.
If you Valor me, I was actually gonna cry.
You think this deck's good enough to be playing Valor, buddy?
All right, ARA.
Unbelievable.
No. Yep. Herald of Perfection. I'm gonna send Moki. Moki, yeah, I think. And let's also send a Happy Lover.
Sir, that's 5 levels.
What?
That's not 6.
Holy shit.
Do you have double Happy Lover in hand?
No. I can still do it. I wanted to send all 3 Mokis. They're funny little guys.
I hope you draw one.
I hope.
That last card, I hope you draw it.
I hope you shut the fuck up. All right, take this, buddy. Dark Factory of Mass Production.
Oh, shit. All right. You're not going to add back the Mokis?
No, they get to live in the funny little graveyard. All right, go ahead.
All right, so I know your hand's double Happy Lover. That's it.
Yeah, that's all you know.
All right, excellent. I'll draw. Main 1. I don't know. Why did I keep this card in my deck? This card's terrible. Nova Summoner. Battle.
Yes.
Attack. Crash.
Yes.
Trigger Nova Summoner.
I'll negate that.
Okay. Second main. I'll set 2. Go ahead.
Stand by me.
Here we go. Take the 18.
Go ahead.
See if we can beat it. I will run out Senju of the 1,000 Hands.
I'll negate that. If you're activating.
I am activating it.
Yeah, I'll negate that.
I will, on that note, pass the turn.
Yeah, sick. Stand by me. Pot of Avarice.
Oh my god. Yeah, fine.
Okay, we'll put back a Sonic Bird, a Happy Lover, a Moki Moki, a Moki Moki.
I hope you draw. Actually, I don't want you to
Yeah,
draw
that's
Moki
right. I
Mokis.
hope I draw
Yeah.
them too. Oh, God. Okay, I'll normal a Sonic Bird. All right, combat. Wow.
So this will be 32. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll set 1 back to you.
I'll draw. I will think. Probably have all fairies in hand at this rate, so I'm probably dead. I will normal summon Manju of the 10,000 Hands. I will activate the effect.
Oh, I did draw a Moki Moki.
Unbelievable. I'll chain Torrential.
I will chain Herald.
And I will admit defeat.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. It's so good. I fucking love it.
You know, I tried, buddy. I tried doing as many chain gimmicks as I could to get you out of fairies. Tell me this. If you didn't Avarice, would you have still been able to stop the Torrential?
Yes, I had 2.
Okay.
The Avarice drew me a 3rd.
Okay, so I was never winning that game then. All right, fantastic. At least you got to use your Avarice. I bricked on it, and I don't know why I didn't side it out, because I was assuming the games are going to go long enough for me to actually Avarice. Foolish me, but we'll do our best. I'll draw, run out Senju.
I'm going to Herald this.
Ooh, okay. All right. Fair play. I will set a card, and I'll throw it to you.
Okay. Oh, my fucking God. Oh, jeez. This is rough. Okay. I'm going to set 1 and pass.
I'll set, and I'll pass.
Ah, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Excellent. This is how I expected this to go. Flip the Skellingo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll run out Honest, sure.
Yeah, you got it.
Battle 9.
I'll take 2,000.
Second main, Honest back to hand.
I'm gonna Herald here.
On the Honest.
Yeah.
Okay. That puts 4 in gray for Christia, which is quite terrifying. I'm going to set a card, and that's all I can do because I normaled Honest. Go ahead.
Okay, stand by main.
Yep.
This is so shocking. It's Christia. Wow.
Shocking. Who would have guessed? I have bottomless.
Ah! Okay, well, I'm getting my fairy, okay?
You are going to get your fairy. What is your... Okay, I'm going to get the Honest back, sure.
If this face-up card would be sent from the field to the graveyard, place it on top of the deck instead. Based. All right, let's normal summon Honest.
This is fine. Yeah, I'll take 2.
Whoop. All right, go ahead.
Draw. Oh, it's happening. One of these days, we're going to win the game. This is actually kind of sick, though. I will summon Soul of Purity and Light.
Shit! Wait, this is a guy. This is like a real monster.
This is a big guy.
All right,
yeah.
sure.
So I'll banish a couple lights. Make sure that they're lights. Yeah. I'll just try to hit in.
Sure, I'll take 2.
Okay. Second main. I'll set 2 to my back row.
God.
And throw it your way.
Stand by me. What the fuck am I gonna do here? Let's go normal summon Sonic Bird. I'll trigger the effect. Okay.
This gets you the ritual spell. I know you have Honest in hand. That's fine.
All right, I'll grab the ritual spell. All right, back to you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. I'll run out Nova Summoner.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Crash into the Sonic Bird.
That's fine.
Trigger Nova Summoner. It has to be a light fairy. I guess I could just grab another Nova Summoner.
That's
None
the
of
classic.
the Manjus trigger. They need to trigger on normal or flip, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I think Nova's just the best one.
Sure.
14 2K?
Yeah, 34.
All right. Best of luck.
Stand by me. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm gonna normal honest.
That's fine.
Combat.
Okay.
Wah.
Got an honest?
I don't.
Oh, you have another Christia, though.
No, I have an avarice.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. 6 cards in the deck. Come on, baby. Da, 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 da. All right. Prep rights. We'll grab Herald.
Okay.
Prep rights.
Fine.
We'll grab Herald. ARA.
Judgment.
Oh, I should have fucking...
As soon as I saw you just run through both of them, I was like, fuck yeah!
I was like, this plays around bottomless because I have no fairies in hand. No! Oh, yeah, you got it. I had such a funny...
Let's go, baby!
I had such a
Easiest
funny
game of my
fucking
life.
sideboard plan. Check this out.
Okay.
Wow!
Oh my god!
Advanced Ritual Art sends from deck and Dawn
Wow.
tributes.
That's amazing. That's insane. I don't think that's what that was in there for. I don't think Jeff Jones was... I don't think Jeff Jones was anticipating Herald mirror matches at this SJC.
Oh my god, just unbelievable.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Well, this was entertaining at the very least.
It was entertaining for us.
We actually win a game. We win a game without summoning Herald, surprisingly.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of shocked.
See, it's, you know, it's fair. It's fun. There's counterplay. Oh my god. These decks were miserable. They were an absolute misery. God, I mean, I don't know how you felt about yours, but mine felt so bricky.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, 2010, people were playing Blackwing. They were playing, like, Lightsworn. They were playing all manner of, like, legitimately good decks. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to roll up with Herald. And if I open Herald, you know, I probably win. So I just got to win the 50-50 on the die roll and then the 80-20 on opening Herald, and we're fine. But frequently that didn't happen.
Like, I'll be honest. I think looking at your deck, I could see how it wins, right? The fact that you can ARA to dump the little fairies to then bring out Herald and then Christia turn 1, that's like a game-winning combo if you can assemble it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That makes sense. It seems like, and obviously Jeff Jones is competent. Like, I get it. Mm-hmm. Looking at my deck, even though I won this episode, I don't know how this topped anything. I am on 3 Soul of Purity and Light, 3 Tethys, Goddess of whatever. Like,
Excellent.
the amount of bricks that this deck was on are just countless. And I just don't see how I physically ended up winning. The only reason I won, I sided into like 12 cards and took out all the bricks. Like, these Book of Moons and like Bottomlesses, these weren't in the main deck. And so that was the only thing I felt that gave me a fighting chance this time around. Funny enough, if you did actually attempt to go into like double ritual, I didn't have another fairy, so you actually caught me off guard here. I had green light still in the deck to negate your ritual
So
spell.
funny. I think that's like good, but what a miserable fucking set. That was really something. I hope that everyone enjoyed that, and I hope that you never make us do anything like this ever again.
No, they would never do that,
Yeah.
right? This is history of Jank. That would never happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another episode. Let's go ahead and shout out the patrons as always. A big shout to Shout1317, Moto, Cameron Smith, Tim00x3, Ian Musa, Chaotic People, SJ Winchester, Part 2, Pony Stark, Dan the Man Hoban, MBT Play Medolce, Synchro Guy, Ole, Yusuf Asin05, Mystic Walk, I Ship MBT and Cimo, Draconic Rockslide, Logan, Thomas, Peter, Gregory, Thomas Nelson, Jordan Coons, Kelvin, Iron Blades, Imperious, Jesse True Orgasm, Brother, Paul, Chris, So David Lou, Skyrose, Dylan Hunter, John Two Base, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Day Sir, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, Give Me Speedroid or Give Me Death, Jonah Messenger, oh my god, guys, please read your cards, CC Gaming, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, Matthew Brady, Dyer the Egyptian Editor, Max Tom Russell, why read your cards when you can just click buttons, Ben Snatch Shield for Prague 2021, Helios 515, Paint French Girls like one of your MBTs, Black Acre, Say Gage Gang Engage 3 times fast, the entire state of Indiana, D's Cards, MBT fans gaming more than COVID, Simping for Simo, Mark Jackson, Tyler H, Justice for Queen Tiramisu, and Simo's harem of sexy Yugi tubers. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.